Hey there, Star Wars fans. Today I'm going to review Commander Fox. He's here in the center in the red and white and black. You have Rex on the left, Cody next to him, Commander Greer right there, and Commander Wolf. Unfortunately, Commander Fox does not come with a removable helmet, which would have been nice. But decent figure. Looks really good. Not my favorite of the commanders. I think in terms of favorites, it would go Rex is my favorite, then Wolf, um, then probably Fox, Greer, and then Cody. In terms of just the way they look. So let's start off with the details on this guy. You can see the different paint decals on him. Let me just flex him down this way. So this is a whole new sculpt in the helmet. Looks very similar to Cody's, but there are differences. It is a brand new sculpt. Even the visor looks a little bit different. Inside the visor, the little carvings for the for where the helmet looks through looks different as well. Cody has a much thicker kind of almost like what's this called, a mohawk type thing on their helmet. He does have all these little dirt splotches all over him, which is odd since he's mainly on Coruscant. So I don't know why he's so dirty, but it's fine. I like it. It does look a little bit weird when they try to place the dirt on the red. It doesn't come out as well as it does on the white. It just looks kind of lazy and sloppy on the red. So he's got his belt here. That has also got some dirt on it. It's got his little thermal detonator. And all these different decals on it. Other than that, he's basically a standard clone body. There are some different things that they changed on this guy for the worse in terms of his armor, which does hinder his articulation. But let's go ahead and go into articulation. So head is on a ball with a hinge, so you can see can bend forward this much and bend backward and look up that much. He's got a little bit, very little bit head tilt. What's enough. Now his shoulders can be an issue. You have to be very careful. You can see that you can end up bending this piece a little bit, so you have to be very careful when you try to raise the shoulders like that. That's about as far as I can get it, but otherwise it's going to ram right into that red part, and this happens on both sides, so you really just need to be very careful when you lift the shoulders. And just pretty hindered. I can't get this one much higher. I guess I probably could if I forced it. Now, his elbows and knees, they are hindered because the armor seems to be thicker here. So at best, a little less than 90 in terms of how much I can bend the arm, which isn't great, especially when you can see the other figures like Rex can bend his elbows all the way up like that. So kind of disappointing that they messed it up when they already had good articulation in similar figure. He's got a waist twist. He can bend forward only very slightly You can bend backward a good amount. And then you can tilt side to side. His hips are on the T-joint, but the armor hinders his articulation. So he can only bend forward this much and bend backwards about that much. And the splits are only about that much. So it's really the armor that hinders his articulation, not the joint itself. The knees have the same problem as the elbows, in which the padding here is too thick. It doesn't really allow full flexion, but honestly, probably good enough for the knee. But that's that. The ankles are in a forward, backward flexing joint with rocker motion on it, so it'll be adequate. So basically the cons on this were his elbows don't bend fully, helmet doesn't come off, hard to raise his arms on the over the shoulder pads. I guess we can go over his accessories, even though we've seen them all before. You've got his standard clone trooper rifle. There's a little bit of brushing with the silver on it. You've got his standard clone trooper blaster. Again, there's some kind of silver dry brushing. And then you've got his double pistols, which we've seen in both of the other two commanders, Commander Wolf and Rex. And this is just a plastic piece. There's no paint details on those. But I think he's a must-have for Star Wars enthusiasts, especially if you are a fan of clone troopers. He looks great. I think if you get him together with even those new, actually there's probably re-released stormtroopers from, I guess they were one from one of the Star Wars games. They're like in red and white. He looks really good with those guys. But that's him. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you guys. More videos to come. Just starting to play around with the reviews. Alright, thanks.